XRP special, a night to remember. This comes up in a minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We have got a special XRP night for you. Boy, do we have it all lined up for you. A double special, 2 newsletters, XRP specials, which we are giving to you for free. How about it? We're going to cover lots of breaking news and the war on XRP. Who's these lot here? And who's the man with the hat on at the back? Well, you might guess. You might find out shortly. So, welcome to a night of XRP, a night for investors. So, you know the rules by now. Please do tap the like button. If you tap the like button, it shares it out to you. It tells YouTube you like this and you're more likely to see our content next time. If you don't like it, tap the down like button and you won't see our content again. And that's fine by us because it's about building an engaged audience. While you're there, consider subscribing and that would be absolutely wonderful. Not for me, but for the little fellas. The little fellas love when you tap the like button. These shows are unedited, unscripted, completely live, 100%. We bring you all the breaking news as it happens. So welcome to the show. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome to the big show, the Sunday night special. And in a few moments' time, we're going over to Martyn Lucas Investor Investigates the war on XRP. But before all of that, smuggling, silver, JP Morgan. It's a very stressful time to be in XRP or any risk on asset at the moment, but I am doing my best to support the XRP community. A few days ago, a week or so ago, I had none. How much have I got now? $58,000. Not bad, eh? And I've got that much nearly in Ethereum as well. I really am supporting the XRP Ethereum crypto community at the moment, and it's costing me a lot of money, but that's okay. We know where it's going. And that's the point of the stories that we're going to bring you tonight. All of this is noise. It's not designed really to be, you know, the big man versus you and to get you out of the market, but that's what it's doing by default. What do we mean? Well, let's break it all down. I've got a few headlines for you tonight that will absolutely blow your socks off. First of all, as I said this was going to happen, inflation is coming back. I know you don't like to hear it, but it is what it is. Inflation looks sticky and people are preparing for it to come back. We've also got this as well. We've got smuggling of silver. We've got JP Morgan basically resetting the benchmark so everybody gets margin called, risk off assets sell off, crypto sells off. Why? Why is this happening? Well, we know why it's happening. They want to own it. How many times have I said on this show, you're all focusing on the wrong thing. Retail always does. It focuses on price. Those that I talk to at the top, your Ripples, your Bank of America, your Robinhood, CEOs, they never talk about price. They talk about control and power. And I have none of it, and neither do you. So, as we brace for a carry yen unwind, because we are at a 30-year high on interest. We've got US supporting the yen, or the US supporting or backing, trying to reverse the policy of the yen. Guaranteed dollar weakness. We've got Scott Bessent on the phone pleading Japan to reverse policy. We've got banks down. There is no solution. And when there is no solution, we know what comes next. Everything collapses. Japan is the worst debt on earth. It's a 250% of GDP. Think of that. The US is 120% of GDP. And so if you think about that, if you earn $50,000, it would be like owing $120,000. At zero interest for years and years and years. It's a giant Ponzi scheme, and now it's throwing everybody under the bus. And because it's so volatile and so many people are in with leverage on their favorite crypto, of course, it keeps tripping up and taking everybody down. We've just seen the same thing with silver. So let's get into our big stories tonight, and then we go undercover for Investigates, which follows this show straight after this. So first of all, hopefully you've all voted by now in the poll. Are you worried about XRP? 67% of you say no. And I think you're right to say no. I'm not worried. However, it does take risk management to be able to buy the bottom. And we always get the bottom. We might not always get the top. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, my Electrum members and my Discordians do, because we do not share our trades publicly, as we get front run when we do. There's evidence to support it now. So we do all of our trades privately on Electrum membership on YouTube and on Discord. And I'm so confident that I don't need to sell these courses and sell all this information. I make money from investing. As you see, I've gone from 5,000 to 307. I give you all this information with a one-on-one support, live video link ups and everything for just $2.99. 90% discount. You won't get anything better. There is my Discord link. Send me a friend request so you don't get scammed from someone pretending to be me, and I will accept your friend request, and you'll be on the inner circle, know all my trades before I make them, so you won't miss anything. There's the link in the chat. When you click on that link, it will bring you to this page here. And what you do, as you can see, we've got 632 now Discordians. It's incredible. Really, I can't believe how it's gone so quickly. You can join for free if you want to, but you see nothing, and you get a message from me saying there's nothing here to see. But people do, they don't read this. So what you do is click here. But really important, and this is important for your security, send me a friend request to @Martyn Lucas. I will accept it live in this show if I've got time before Sensei goes live with our special event following this in half an hour from now. And I will onboard everybody, accept you in, and then you can see all my trades. And we're trading violently at the moment, and we always catch the bottom. We have a very specific strategy to catch the bottom. Very rarely catch the top. We don't care about that. We're building positions from the bottom, and we never lose. These are my trades. These are my wins. Simple as that. Right, if you want Discord, the link's in the chat or pinned to the top. Now then, we're going to give you now our poll results. Are you worried about XRP? You say no. Let me end this in the poll right now. Thank you. What about on Google? The poll that really counts. This one here. Are you worried about your XRP with all the nonsense going on? We'll cover the smuggling news in a minute. Let me refresh it. We just launched this a few moments ago. We have 286 votes already. Great to see that. No, you say 68%. Fantastic. That's what we want. We know the value of XRP. We know what we want to own, and we are holding it. And we're mainly building, not necessarily holding it. We're building a position lower and lower and lower. So let me bring you two stories, and then I'm going to bring you our newsletter. Now, if anyone wants our newsletter tonight, we're giving you 2 XRP specials tonight for free. The one I'm about to read to you, and one more, which will be out in half an hour. You want the newsletter? We're giving you 25% off. There is the link for the newsletter right there in the chat. And you get the XRP events every Sunday for free. Tonight, you get 2. So what are the highlights that we're talking about? Let me share with you first of all. So Hong Kong authorities last week intercepted a car headed into a mainland China carrying nearly 500 pounds, which is 226.8 kilograms, of smuggled silver, concealed inside cookie tins, milk powder containers, and snack boxes. The haul, worth $782,000, was likely bound for Shenzhen's fast bullion market, where silver trades at a premium. Now, because of all of this, all the nonsense with silver, JP Morgan will go into much detail in a moment in the newsletter. It has created a risk off for everything. Look at Bitcoin going down. Soon, Michael Saylor, it's already happening. It will be selling, and it will start to speed up. So how do we time the market? Well, we have our special strategy there on Discord. Join me, and we'll share it with you. We've also got this story here about inflation coming back. So don't expect any boom anytime soon. So let's get into the meat and bones from our very own newsletter. So XRP ETFs hit record outflows. Grayscale redemptions reached 98.39 million as investors shifted towards lower fee alternatives. CTO debates 100 price theory. David Schwartz notes market price reflects low conviction in such extreme bullish targets. Yes, we heard about this. The CTO and Brad Garlinghouse calling out all the idiots, basically. I mean, they're being more polite than me. I just say how it is. Idiots that are on X after clicks trying to sell you custodian packages for thousands of dollars, promising you that XRP is going to $100, and it's damaged the reputation of XRP. So we're coming in to fix that, because you may remember, I might be just some little guy on YouTube, but we actually put together a petition which we got in the hands of the SEC, and we did play our part. Not solely, of course, but we played our part getting regulation changed. We can actually do things that the so-called army can't do, and we are doing it, and we're always winning with my very specific strategy, my one-on-one support in Discord every day. There is the link if you want it. 90% off, all right? Anyway, we're reading now from our newsletter, which is in the chat. So they've called it out, Brad Garlinghouse and the CTO, David Schwartz, saying all of these price predictions are all utter nonsense. And if you are one of those people on social media and you are trying to con and lie to people, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are the lowest of the low. Silver crash, massive rally, price plunged 30% after speculation, and smuggling led to the worst drop since 1980. Now, if you want to follow along with our newsletter, there is the chart watch we're looking at. There's the newsletter, 25% off with our XRP events, free. We've got 2 tonight. There's one coming out in 25 minutes. You might like to take a closer look at this, and Sensei in a few moments will explain this in further detail. Last week, we identified a bearish break on the weekly candle close, which signaled a clear continuation of downside momentum. We discussed the likelihood of price driving all the way down into the 158 zone, and that's exactly how it played out. I was positioned, Sensei, for the move and expected buys at that level, shared to our premium members. I do my trades on Discord, Sensei does his through the newsletter. Now the focus shifts to what happens next. What I'm looking for is a stabilization around this region, with price building and base before making a potential recovery move back towards 171. That level is expected to act as a key area of resistance, so it will be as an important one to watch closely if and when we get there. All right, as we talk tonight, we see it's going down again. We've got the open, the XRP, we've got the open now on the futures. Let's have a look. Are the markets opening down on the futures? If they are, we're in one for a hell of a ride today. So let's have a little look. Yes, we're down 0.5% on the S&P futures. We've just opened up. I have a major trade in play, which will happen tonight at 1 second past 7. We tried to exercise it on Friday, and we've discovered something about the pattern day limits and the way it works on the day. I'm not going to share that with you. That's for my Electra members and Discordians. But at 1 second past 7, which is in 2 hours, just under 2 hours from now, I have a major trade going through to pay for all of my recent XRP and Ethereum. All of my members on Discord and Electrum know what it is. If you know what it is and you are ready with me to take huge profits, we want to protect ourselves too at the same time, say yes in the chat. You know what it is. Don't tell anybody what we're selling. Don't tell anybody what we're buying, but just say yes or no in the chat if you know what happens at 1 second past 7 tonight. Providing, of course, it's up. And looking at the futures on the S&P being down, the chance of it being up are actually better than you might imagine. Say yes or no in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so now the focus shifts to what happens next. What I'm looking for is stabilization around this region. 171, Sensei was talking about. That said, if we fail to stabilize, there you go, all the Discordians, they know exactly what comes tonight at 1 second past the 7 o'clock, which is the open. That said, if we fail to stabilize and insist such
I can't believe
a new member, thank you. You will now get my trades.
Has become a member.
You now know exactly what we're trading at 1 second past 7. I won't be chasing. My next buy level for XRP is the scenario that sits at $1.38, and I'll be waiting patiently for price to come to me. Very, very wise. Me and Sensei, though, have a very slightly different, we both always win, but we have a different strategy. I'm not bothered about the chart. I'm not bothered about the price. I am focusing on what I want, and I'm going to get more of it. And as long as it drops, 5 or 10% on each buy, that's it. That's what I do. I don't really care about the price because I'm focusing on $5 to $10 in the short to medium term, and I don't really care. Remember, for me, it's not about price. It's about power and control, of which I have none, of course, but that's the way I try to think of it, the way they do at the top. So 73% of you were bearish from last Sunday to today. XRP is down 12%. Please do keep voting. Sensei is asking you to do that for the newsletter. Right, what we're going to do now is go to part 2. In 20 minutes, we have our Investigate event with Sensei going live. You will not want to miss this. Let me share it on the screen, what we're going to see in a few moments. This is Sensei going live with the war on XRP. It's part 2 of our XRP night, and it's going to be incredible. The stuff that we've been discussing today with Sensei will blow your mind, and it should. It's information that is terrifying. Anyway, let's carry on with what comes next. Is part 2 of our video tonight. This will go out as its own video later. Let me do this. Bring up this setting here, and I'm going to just change this. There we go. Right. So if you'd like the newsletter, you want to follow along, we're giving you 25% off with 2 events tonight for XRP free. You can get them right now and follow along and have the news before the main markets open. There is the newsletter. If you want my Discord, it's 90% off. It's just $2.99. I don't need to make money from this. I make money from investing. I just want to help everybody win. And please do not share our trades online. We do not want to be front run. We have a very powerful community where we're always winning. Here are my trades. Here are my wins. So here is part 2. Are you ready? Here we go. XRP, the ripple effect, part of a big event tonight on Sunday, February the 1st, as we are trying to find the bottom on XRP, because as soon as we do, you know it's going to fly up, and we're building a position to $100,000 of XRP. I'm nearly there. Okay, I'll share with you my real trades. In fact, I'll do it now. There you go. We're on it right now. As you can see, I've already got, that's the S&P 500, back to XRP. Sorry about that. Let's go to XRP. Doopy-doopy-doop. There we go. Oh, we're dropping again now. Okay. We might have a live buy on the show. So my position now is $56,750 just in XRP and a similar amount in Ethereum. Let me have a quick look. I can show you my trades that I have done because we've acted on them already. No, okay. Nowhere near a buy yet. Nowhere near a buy. I will let you know when we get there. All right. Okay. So let's get into ripple effect. Please tap the like button. We've got a big night of XRP tonight, and click subscribe if you like this content. I'm here solely to support the XRP community, not the XRP army. They're useless. We're talking about the real investors. Old men who buy the S&P 500, who recognize a valuable crypto. That's what we are. We make money from Coca-Cola, we make money from the S&P, and then we buy all of the XRP that you're losing from guessing and gambling. Very, very different strategy here on this channel. Right. The ripple effect. XRP ETFs, record largest single day outflow since launch. Look at this. We've seen it. We know what this is all about, and we're going to break it down right now. Yeah, you can sweat there, Mr. Grayscale. Grayscale's XRP ETF saw 98.39 million in net redemptions on January the 29th, marking the biggest single day outflow since XRP spot ETFs launched in November 2025. The event ends what had been an historic streak of nearly uninterrupted inflows that brought over 1.17 billion into XRP ETFs in under 3 months, faster than every crypto ETF except Bitcoin. We like it, we're buying it, we're owning it, we know how to win, we always win here on the show. The outflows were concentrated in Grayscale's fund. Bitwise pulled in 2.41 million on the same day, and 21 shares, Franklin Templeton and Canary, all continued to post positive flows. Grayscale's higher fee structure, 0.35% annually, reverse Bitwise 0.19%, appears to be a factor in the rotation. On January the 30th, XRP ETFs recorded 16.79 million in fresh inflows, led by 21 shares. For the week ending January the 30th, total net outflows across all XRP ETFs came in at roughly 52 million. That falls below the 80 to 200 million weekly inflow range that analysts had cited as the threshold for sustained institutional adoption. It is the first week since launch to post a negative net flow figure. The institutional catalyst that drove the original wave of ETF buying remained in play. Ripple secured FCA approval for UK cross-border payments in January, and the Clarity Act, which would classify XRP as a non-security at the federal level, is still under negotiation in Congress. Whether those catalysts are enough to bring weekly flows back above the 80 million mark will likely define the next chapter for XRP's ETF story. So what comes next? Well, we're about to bring you the next part of the story. This is a slap for all idiots of XRP, those that know nothing about it, those that make up stuff because they think this is how you get money and make money really, really quick. And this is the nonsense of it all. And these people we're going to expose next in a few seconds from now. Please tap the like button and consider subscribing. If you want our trades and our information, there it is. It's on Discord. Send me a friend request. We get one-on-one support with video support link-ups every day, and all my trades before I make them, and we always win. I'll share with you the newsletter as well, which we're reading from. There it is. It'll also be below in the description of this video. Hang on a minute. We've got a special guest in the show. His name is Lou Valentino. Is Lou Valentino in the house? I believe we have a special guest in the house this evening. It's Lou Valentino. I've just been told by Sensei. Let me have a look who this is. Let's share him on the screen. Here we go. Seek the truth. We like this. LV Nation. Let me put him on the screen. Lou Valentino. Welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Lovely to have you here. We aim to be the most honest, real YouTube channel, TV channel in the world. And it's lovely to have you in the chat tonight. How are you? And we're giving a bit of shout out to this guy here. He's called LV Nation. He's got 286. Oh, very nice indeed. Over 250,000 subscribers. Fantastic. Congratulations to you, sir. Lovely to see you here. It's lovely to have you in the chat. Would everyone say hello and welcome? He's got a verification tick as well, which means his content is genuine and authentic. Apparently, I'm being told he's not enjoying my content. I'm just being told he's hating on me, and that's absolutely fine. I don't mind. I'm giving you a shout out. I welcome everybody. I give everyone the chance to be here. But if you want to hate on me, that's absolutely fine. I'm being told that you are thinking this is all nonsense and rubbish, and that's fine. But we still welcome you and wish you the very, very best of luck. Thank you very much for everyone alerting me to what's going on. So let me now wrap this up and come on to the next part of our story. And we're going to go now into something where all of the XRP investors get a slap in the face. Apparently, Lou Valentino is saying, no, I'm not. I'm challenging your idea. Okay, well, in a few moments' time, I will invite you onto the show. Would you like to call in live, unedited, unscripted? I will give you a link and you can call in. Here is the link. You don't require any software. You can be live on my show. There you go. Just a bit of background for you. I'm presuming you are called Lou. There's the link. Please do call in. I'd love to have you on the show. My name is Martyn Lucas. I was voted by Sir Elton John as the world piano man. I'm not here to sell videos. I'm here to help people. And this is my record. I've gone from $5,000 to $308,000 live on the show. I never lose. These are my trades. These are my positions. I talk directly with Ripple, Bank of America, Robinhood. I've got many CEOs, hedge fund managers. I've played at Mark Cuban's house, all that kind of stuff as the world piano man. And everything I do here is to help people, not sell videos. So I'd love to have a conversation with you live on the show, unscripted. Please phone in. I'm sure everybody would appreciate that. That would be wonderful. I love unscripted, unannounced surprises like this. I welcome everybody. You will join great company of the best people that have been here. So if you'd like to do that, if you'd like Lou to call in, he's got 250,000 subscribers, so he has a voice. Apparently he's challenging my thoughts, and that's fine. We love that because that's how we learn things. If everyone says yes, you'd like him to be in, say yes. It'd be absolutely wonderful. Someone just said XRP is a bigger scam than Lucas himself. Okay, I've got a couple of idiots now. That's fine. Let me explain that then. So the trolls like to come and say I'm a scammer. Well, let's just clarify that, shall we? I'm live 12 hours a day. I make my videos live, unedited, unscripted. This is the real clock. This is the real time. So you know this is live. You know it's happening now. These are my trades. These are my wins. I always win. This is all my real money. All of my programs I give away for free. My Discord with one-on-one service is 90% off. It's all $2.99. Our trading course is given for free in our newsletter. We rank #2 in the world for the best newsletter on Substack alongside Michael Burry. So I'd like to know what it is that you think is a scam. Please do share with me. I would love it. I'm here to help people, and it bewilders me. Many people say actually that I'm not really live and this is not the real clock. Okay, wonderful. Lou Valentino has decided to call in. This is great. I am really excited about this. So would everybody please welcome, I'm going to give you a bit of a build-up, actually. This should be wonderful. So stand by. Here we go. Right. Great. I love a challenge. This is what it's all about. So a special night on our XRP night. We have a star guest live on the show. This is Lou Valentino. He has just over 250,000 subscribers, and we're very proud to have him in the show. He might not agree with me. I don't know. We're going to find out. I've never met him before, never spoke to him, but he's live on the show in 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happens. Lou Valentino, let me assign you a spot in 3, 2, 1. There you go. Oh, a bit zoomed in. Let me zoom out a bit. Lou, good evening to you, sir. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Sound great. Absolutely spot on there, mate.
What's going on? Hey, look, I love the fact that you send the link.
Absolutely.
Not many people do that. A lot of people would ignore my comments, but you didn't.
No.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you having me. It's good to be here.
It's an honor to have you, sir. You got a very successful YouTube channel. Of course, I don't know you. I've never met you before. So everyone knows this is not scripted. I've not spoken to this gentleman before. I've not seen the YouTube channel. Some of you were saying there's someone in the chat disagreeing with me who'd like to say something. So I said,
no, I'll jump right into it. I know you're a busy man. So every time, here's something I'll say about this, right? So I'm obviously a Bitcoin maxi, right? Very, what I do on YouTube, I talk about politics. I have another investing channel where I'm talking about crypto as a whole and gold and silver and all these things. But one thing I do see from a lot of people in the field of crypto, and maybe you're not that guy, right? Because I don't know you, but I have seen your live streams. I come in and out sometimes I see. But one thing I have seen, and maybe some people in the chat could help me out with this, there's a lot of people who talk about XRP, right? And when they talk about XRP, they do this thing that kind of makes people have a crazy amount of hope, which is totally fine. But like so here's what I see. What they do is that they grab people's emotions and they start making these price predictions. They start saying things like, XRP is the only thing that matters, and like Bitcoin is it doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like people are grasping. I want to find the right words. People are becoming predatory toward the hope that Bitcoin or that XRP would go to this level one day. Here's, for example, right? You got this guy named Jay Clapper, right? Jay Clapper would do this thing where, and I think this is pathetic, right? Because I'm keeping track of him. I'm watching him. I'm like, okay, he's an XRP guy. There's a difference between being an XRP person and then flat out making a suggestion that XRP could go to $10,000 per coin. It's predatory behavior. The reason why I say it because you never really see that with XLM, with HBAR. You never really see that with Solana. You see it only with XRP. Like there's actual YouTubers that will consistently become very, again, using this word, predatory toward people's hope that one day they would get as rich as people got with Bitcoin, right? Without explaining to people what exactly is the problem that XRP would be solving. What is the problem that is going to solve? Because I can explain to you what I think Bitcoin solves or why Bitcoin even came to be. I never really hear that. So every time I see somebody, I jump on a live stream, I see the same thing over and over, right? 10K XRP, 1K XRP, market cap doesn't matter. There's a reprice coming. And when I look at your screen, I see $1.58. Which again, nothing wrong with investing in XRP, but my whole thing is I just hate the predatory behaviors. And so, I called you out on maybe you're just another one of those people. Maybe not. I don't know you. But I thought it was dope that you brought me on.
Well, let's have a conversation. Is your name Lou? Is that your real name?
Yeah, that's my real name.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Lou Valentino, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Lou. So let's have this discussion because this is going to help a lot of people tonight because I share your values 100%. So you've walked into the right place. So let me give you some background then. I'm not here to grow a YouTube channel. I'm here to build a global community. I toured the world with Sir Elton John as the world piano man, performed in Vegas. I've had my own Vegas show. I've done the Phantom of the Opera. That's me. That's where my name comes from. My godfather was Kenny Baker, the man inside the robot, R2-D2. This is where I get my name from, Martyn Lucas. So I've been in entertainment all my life around successful people and so on. And when COVID came, it put an end to my touring career. I was in the middle of the Lions Club $1 million tour. I was about to end at the American Airlines Stadium and make $1 million in one night for the Lions Club. It all got cancelled because COVID came and it stopped everything. So I decided to go online and build a YouTube channel where I could reach the world the way I did when I toured the world as the world piano man. So I decided to do an investment channel because everyone likes to, make money. And I believe I could, let me just take it off the screen. I apologize for that. We've got a super chat just come in. I shall move it up to there. Thank you for your super chats, guys. Let me just put it up there.
At David Hensley 3009 tipped $2 through super chat. What are you accusing Martyn of exactly?
Oh, thank you, David. Just let him talk to me. I've got a very passionate audience here, and let's have a debate, Lou. So I decided that I wanted to be in the finance space because I've been investing all my life. I used to invest with Barclays Bank when I was younger, and I've had some success in the world of investing and my own businesses. So I wanted to be the guy who would not be here to sell videos, but to build a community. So I don't make videos, even though you've seen me make them in the live stream. I go live all day, 12 to 15-hour days. I started here 4 years ago with nobody watching, and I sat here all day, every day, 12 hours a day to try to be the first channel to reach 1 billion. Now, that sounds crazy, but we're on that trajectory. We double our rate of growth every month. 98% of our audience are members, double what CNBC and Bloomberg is. So we're having some success. And what we're all about is investing with value, finding relationships. When I invest, let me just mute that. Thank you guys for all these comments. When I invest, I do it from meeting people. I talk to Robinhood, Bank of America, Ripple, you name it, live CEOs on the show regularly and so on. So what I'm trying to do is old school, is find out what what a business is, what a business does. And my best investments so far are the S&P 500 and Coca-Cola, buying with conviction. Now, I have gone live on the show from $5,000 with no options, no short, to $307,000 in 4 years. And when I started off, I lost $40,000 live on the show and nearly got margin call. And technically I was, but I just put some money in and got out of it again. It was fine, but it was quite an emotional day. I was in tears and all sorts because my audience were watching me. So I focus on value. I'm not trying to chase trends or anything like that. But one thing I take really seriously is when I was a boy, I was bullied. A bit the same way as Elton John, it creates creative people. I was bullied a lot. So I love to call people out, and I'll have anybody on the show, whether they agree with me, like me, it doesn't matter, because we learn from engagement, talking to each other. That's what we're here to do, is help people, right? So I saw you, someone suggested you calling in, so I invited you, and here you are. So I agree with you, totally. The XRP army, so-called army, which does absolutely nothing, it's just a bunch of idiots sitting around in bloody Reddit rooms talking nonsense, making up silly stories, and people like the gentleman you mentioned, charging people thousands of dollars to take their money, to custodian it. What the hell for? You can do it yourself. I mean, we don't charge you anything. We give our training course for free. Our newsletter is award-winning, and we're here to help people. You don't need to sell stuff if you make money investing. That's the point, right? Someone successful doesn't need to sell it. And that's why my one-on-one service on Discord is $2.99. It's the cheapest on anywhere. All right. So, and that's it.
It costs a little under XRP.
Yeah, exactly. So when people make all this nonsense up on social media, and I've no idea why, what the point of it is, just to get clicks, it's because, and this is the really important part, and this is what makes us different, I think, Lou, is I've had the fortune to meet millions of people that watch me in person on stage. So I know this affects real people. Real people get hurt, damaged, lose real money, and it damages their lives by what idiots say. So many people have told me these stories live on the show. They've called in like you and said, I followed this stuff, it was awful, and so on and so forth, right? So what I'm trying to do is help people. So what I do, I particularly think all that an investor actually needs really is three or four assets in their portfolio. The S&P 500, because it's the best 500 businesses in the world. I happen to be from England, but I do believe the best businesses belong here in America. So the S&P, buy it with conviction when it's undervalued, like 17 times earnings. That's when I buy it with the V-shaped recovery. I went all in that day, and that's how I made all my money in 1 or 2 trades. Then you need a defensive play, and I talk directly with Coca-Cola. I know the business pretty much inside out. At the moment, I see it going to $80 because I know what it earns, what it makes. So Coca-Cola. I like crypto. I like the technology. I can see it being used. I'm deploying it myself. I've got my own coin coming out, which will be the first coin in history, which will be built purely to benefit my audience, not me. I don't make any money out of it at all, and I'm going to fund it all to give it all away. I'm going to burn my supply and everything. So I like the technology. I like how it's used. So which one do I want to buy? Well, for me, XRP makes sense because I like the way the management operate. I know. I talk with them. The other day, we saw Brad Garlinghouse on stage alongside Ben Armstrong, and Ben Armstrong, and I read people very well. I've been doing it since I was 4 years of age, and I've won awards for it, literally, from Elton John. No one reads the audience better than me. I've got literally awards for it. He was leaning forward saying Bitcoin, when no one was even asking him about Bitcoin, saying the Bitcoin standard, this and the other. And European bank managers and people like that were going, we're not even asking you that. You just come across like a salesman. And it looked awful, all right? That damages the brand of Bitcoin. Whereas Brad Garlinghouse was sat back in his seat, cross-legged, a lot more relaxed, saying, we're just trying to build the bridge, the infrastructure. He wasn't a salesman. And I like that. And when I talk to people involved with these projects, that's what I invest in, the people behind it. Sadly, We're surrounded by idiots on social media who think we can all get rich in 5 minutes. So they make up stuff and they tell everybody we're going to go to $1 million in 5 minutes, and it's all utter nonsense. I agree with you. So you've come into a place where I'm in agreement. But I a few weeks ago, I bought a Bitcoin just for laugh, just for fun. I bought a whole Bitcoin. I thought, what the hell? I'll buy a Bitcoin live on the show. So I think it was 88,000 at the time. I bought it to see what it would feel like seeing a 1 on the screen rather than 0.00, right? See what it'd feel. And it felt nothing. And I thought, I don't feel anything at all with this. And what does it do? What does it solve? Now, of course, Michael Saylor will say, as you'll probably tell me, 21 million maximum supply. Okay, well, my coin's going to have a maximum supply, so that's not a big deal. And if you think about it, 21 million, imagine if there was 21 million Mona Lisas. It would mean nothing, right? It'd be worth $1. No one would care. So I'm not bothered about the 21 million. Okay, it's limited, but it's not exactly
you're doing the thing. You're doing the thing, right? You're doing the XRP thing.
What do you mean? What do you mean the thing? What do you mean?
The utility it's the utility argument, which I respect. No, I respect that argument. I see you're going to tell me that Bitcoin has no utility, has no use case. That's what you're going to tell me, right?
Yes, I would say that.
But yet you spent 88,000 on buying one,
and
just
I sold it because I felt silly.
So you sold the Bitcoin
straight away.
That's again.
I didn't
cool.
feel anything. I thought, what's the point? I just wanted to see what I'd feel like owning a Bitcoin, and I'd be one of the 21 million. So I sold it 5 minutes later and went, okay, that was silly. You know what I mean? I would love you.
Let me ask you this.
Hang on. You tell me. Fun. Yeah, I know, and it's great. You tell me why I should own a Bitcoin, and I'll buy 2 or 3 right now, live on the show.
No. I don't.
Seriously,
I'm not here to convince you.
I want you to. I want you to. What have I missed? Because you obviously love it.
I'm not Michael Saylor. I'm not going to tell you that Bitcoin is digital Manhattan. Like that's not. I don't even like Michael Saylor. I think that guy kind of single-handedly. I wouldn't say ruined Bitcoin, but I don't know, because I think Bitcoin treasury companies, like stuff like that, I don't know how much that helps, because it's just becoming more part of the system. So there are some agreements with the XRP people that I do agree with. Bitcoin has become kind of centralized to that part, right? The whole point of Bitcoin was to become these decentralized commodity that you can pretty much use as a base case to not be, of, the government, or have, just have privacy, right? So I do think that there's a lot of faults to Bitcoin that I would admit, but I would not try to convince you to buy it. What I would try to convince you to do is...
I want you to, though.
No, but that's not... But I'm not a financial advisor. That would be me trying to give you financial advice.
Hey, no, hang on, mate. This is me and you.
Hold on. Let me
I want you to talk to me. I want you to answer everything, but I want... Let me and you, let's have a conversation, right? But
he's doing the thing.
I'm not doing the thing. Listen to me in a minute, right? This is my show. You're my guest. Just give me a second.
I got
you. You know, and I know. We can say what we want. This thing about I'm not a financial advisor. Everyone uses this. And before I started all this, I took lots of legal advice and found out why people say that. They say a lot of things to make themselves sound important. It makes me sound important if I say it not. You're not giving me financial advice. It doesn't even matter if you did, because you're on YouTube and it's free speech and you can say what you want. It's just public journalism.
No, that's right. Not. You can.
So it's fine. So talk to me. But
that's not legally true, though. That's not legally true. You can be sued for giving someone financial advice. So let's say
I'm not going to sue you, mate. I'm not going to sue you. Talk to me. Tell me why I should buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, but that's not okay. So legally, that's not how that works. Someone can say that they watched your channel and they were told to invest in this coin that went to shit. Yeah. And then
everybody knows no one's telling anyone to buy anything. Just talk to me and tell me what's the great about Bitcoin.
That, though. Huh? Yeah, but again, like that, not everybody knows that.
Of course they do. I'm live all day, every day. I talk to every single person. You know what I do,
You're
Lou?
not the only channel, though.
Yeah, but this is on my channel, right? No, I answer every single comment.
Yeah, okay, so you're going to the arrogance route, which we don't need to go there.
I'm not arrogant.
You're telling me
I'm asking you a question. Please answer it. What is?
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell. You're telling me directly, right? That it is like that. I can give financial advice. Like, that's what you're telling
It's
me.
not
I'm telling you,
financial
I cannot
advice.
give you financial
It's not
advice.
financial advice. Stop worrying about all that technical stuff. Just tell me why I should
How
buy
is that
Bitcoin.
technical? Okay, so you have a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Right? I'm respecting the bounds of means that
Nothing's going to happen.
Like,
Everything is cool. No, no one's bothered, right? No one cares.
Yeah.
It's just we're having fun. Tell me what's great about Bitcoin. I'd love you to tell me, because if I'm missing something, I'm buying it right now.
No, I don't think you're missing anything. I think you're gonna, again, like what I would tell you is just do the knowledge, right? Like understand it. If read some books on it. You can read the
I've interviewed everybody. I've read all the books.
You can read Broken Money. You can read.
Hang on. I've just given you all the facts and.
Are you gonna let me talk?
I've given you all the facts about everything. You're saying read a book.
I get it.
Tell me what's great.
I'm telling you what I would advise somebody to do. I would never tell them to buy anything.
You're just talking to me. You're talking to me. Tell me what it's about.
I would tell you to do the knowledge on why Bitcoin is important. I've done that.
But I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
So what have you read about Bitcoin?
What have I read?
Have you read a book on it?
Well, I spent 4 years interviewing CEOs on live on the show. We've covered Michael Saylor many times. We've spoken to his team many times. I'm asking you. Cool. You're a broadcaster on this show, on your show. Tell me what your thoughts are. I know what everybody else thinks.
I don't give personal finance advice on my show.
What do you say then? What value do you bring to the audience? Bring it to me.
I talk about politics. Again, like do some more research on me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a critic. I'm a critic of your show. You have a show talking about finance.
I'm inviting you.
Background. You made $350,000. Let me hear from you why I should buy XRP. Maybe you should try your best.
You've called into my show and you're not telling me anything. I'm giving you a platform to the world. Okay.
Yeah, but you're the guy with the finance channel.
Well, so
you have a financial channel.
What do? You
have an investing channel.
Right.
Tell me why I should buy XRP. Why XRP is not a shitcoin.
So why are you calling in the show? Why are you calling the show? Got nothing to add then.
You told me to call in the show. I
invited you.
I accepted it.
Okay. I'm trying to get you.
Look. Let me land. So you told me to come on the show.
I invited you.
I'm not ducking the smoke. I'm coming on the show.
And I'm asking you.
To convince you to buy Bitcoin when you already bought Bitcoin and then sold it.
What's good about Bitcoin?
I have no idea that you're talking about XRP. Convince me why I should buy XRP as one of your viewers. So convert me. Make me hit the subscribe button. Which I already did.
You wanted to call in because you don't agree with me. You think Bitcoin. I
didn't want to call in. You told me to call in. I called in as a responsible gentleman to your show. You've been talking for 20 minutes about absolutely nothing about what you accomplished, what you didn't accomplish, how you bought a Bitcoin at $88,000 and then you sold it. Right? So tell me. I bought XRP at the top. Tell me why that was a good.
I'm trying to learn from you. And you're giving me nothing. I'm inviting you to tell me what's good about Bitcoin.
You're giving me nothing. You're the guy with the investing channel. I have a political channel. You want to talk about politics?
I just did tell you how I'm building my portfolio. I told you what I'm investing in, why I'm investing in. I gave you all the reasons. I told you which investments I'm making, Coca-Cola, the S&P 500. I told you my history. I told you everything. Now I'm asking you, and all you're going is go and read a book.
No, I said go read a couple books. Go do the knowledge.
All right.
I can't convince you to buy anything. That's not the way the world works.
I'm not asking you to convince me. I'm asking you to tell me why you think Bitcoin's great. You must have some
haven't
reason.
Asked me that. But you haven't asked me that question. You're telling me to convince you on why.
Mate,
you should buy Bitcoin.
I'm an entertainer. I'm having a laugh and a joke, making you say stuff. And you're doing very well.
Becoming a Bitcoin maxi or why you should buy Bitcoin.
Okay,
I'm not here to do that.
What's good about Bitcoin then?
21 million. There's only 21 million coins.
Is that it?
Maybe less now because of how many people lost it. That's a good thing. I believe that's a good thing.
Is that why you do
you know how much gold there is in this world? Do you know how much gold there is?
I don't. Do you?
Can you count how much gold? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I have no idea.
Gold is easily manipulated. So Bitcoin's becoming that as well.
Okay, so you obviously like Bitcoin then. Do you own Bitcoin?
But I'm also a critic of Bitcoin. Yeah, I own Bitcoin, of course.
How much Bitcoin do you own?
Why would I answer that question?
Well, I share everything. I share exactly. Look, this is my bank account.
But that's crazy, though. Why would you ask me how much Bitcoin I own?
That's my real money right there.
Bro's trying to get me shot.
Why are you gonna get shot?
You want my private keys too, bro?
No, I'm simply asking you how much Bitcoin do you have? Everyone shares it here.
Why would I answer how much Bitcoin I have, bro?
Because it's just telling the truth.
Look, this is the way.
Why can't you just...
How much Bitcoin do I have a good amount. I'm not gonna give you.
I don't understand. I share literally my bank account on the screen.
Look, you have a good CPM and RPM. I'm sure you could afford a lot of XRP, and so yeah, I could afford.
Look, people can't learn anything when you don't tell them anything. If you go, I've got 1 Bitcoin or 1 million, it kind of gives an angle and an inflection on where you're coming from. If you don't say anything, you could just make it up. I got it on that's my bank account live on the screen. So I think we don't learn anything.
But I have proof of work. I mean, I have a good channel. You can go. You want to go through my channel? You want to go through the views? We can go through how much RPM, how much money I make.
I'm asking you how successful your channel was.
I know you make a lot of money on YouTube. I'm just like, I'll tell you how much Bitcoin I have. That's kind of crazy. How much XRP do you own? You just
I own 54. I own 54,000. I put it on the screen. Yeah, I share everything.
Shit. So you keep it on an exchange?
Yeah, Robinhood. There it is. 58,000.
You don't believe in a private wallet?
No. I trust everybody. Why would I? Why? Because then you can't do lot selling.
Trust everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you put it on a wallet, you lose the biggest tool to make money. You lose all the data for lot selling. You can't then win. You always sell for losses.
Let me ask you this. So
do you understand what that is?
You're trying to be the crew. Look, you have your crowd on your side.
No. I'm asking you.
Hold on, Martyn. Let me talk, man. Please.
I'm letting you talk.
Like, this is your show. I respect that it's your show, but let me talk. I think you're trying to be the cool piano guy, which I respect. I don't even think I'm not trying to argue with you. I honestly would love to be educated on why XRP is better than Bitcoin. But would you say that your crowd also should buy XRP and keep it on the exchange?
I don't think my crowd should do anything. It's up to them what they do.
Good.
Well, what's that?
So you do believe in not giving financial advice?
Well, of course, I don't tell anybody what to do. All I do is share my journey. But I openly tell everybody what I own. I tell them what my trades are. I tell them how much money I earn, what's in the bank, what's on the XRP. Yeah, everything. You can ask me anything. I'll tell you anything apart from my social security number.
Okay. So you believe that you should buy and keep it on the exchange. You think that's you think Robinhood should be a trusted exchange? Nothing will ever happen.
If you don't keep it on the exchange,
if you hold your XRP.
Well, the reason why, if you take it off the wallet, take it off the exchange and put it on your wallet, you've lost the only way to really make money. All your tax lot data is gone.
So you plan on making money off.
Do you know what that is?
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I don't have that much time. I don't want to interrupt your show too much. So
that's fine. I don't mind.
So your plan is to hold as much XRP and eventually make fiat out of it, right? So your plan is to get rich off XRP,
no.
Right? You don't plan on holding XRP. Like if XRP tomorrow went to like $10, you don't plan on selling it.
Of course I would sell some at $10.
So you were going to sell it for profit, for more fiat.
Well, we're here to make money, not to just hold it like a fan club.
Okay, so you're not here for more purchasing power. You're here for more fiat.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
I thought the problem that we are supposed to solve with crypto as a whole is the fact that fiat is a bad monetary system.
Well, I wouldn't say it's that bad.
But you're holding your private XRP, you're holding it out loud with no private keys to protect it because you eventually want to sell it for more fiat.
Well, I'm an investor. I want to make money, and I always make money and always win.
You want to make fiat. Okay, but those are the differences between me and you and Bitcoin investors and people like that.
No, I think you misunderstand the complexity of the trade. Would you like me to explain it?
Let's debate that, because I think you want to get, I don't know, you want to get personal. We don't need to get personal. Let's debate the idea.
It's all about personal. It's real.
What the end goals.
Personal is real. Otherwise, it's just a performance. This is real. Real money, real people, real lit questions. Answer anything. Be completely transparent. Let me tell you my strategy. My strategy, whether it be Coca-Cola, the S&P, Bitcoin, or XRP, is to accumulate.
He doesn't hold XRP long term. This is why
I'm trying to tell you.
This is why he's fooling you guys, because he would convince you to buy XRP, but he's not planning on holding this. He's planning on dumping on your head. This is the problem. This is why you need to buy Bitcoin. Only 21 million of them. If they dump, we buy more, but there is a limited source of this. This is better money than XRP would ever be. And what is XRP actually bridging, right? Okay, we're going to replace the SWIFT banking system. So let's replace the SWIFT banking system. And then what? You're going to sell it for more fiat? Fiat is losing value within the day. Currency, our currency sucks. Big money problem. So your plan is to dump when you get rich. My plan is to hold for the long term.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right.
I hold.
All right. So what
you plan to dump.
Okay. Well, what you just...
No, so you're giving people this hope that XRP is this chosen one.
Okay. So what you've just said...
you know what I think? I think you're also predatory. I think you're doing the same thing that they all do, which is okay. I think that's fine. That's a good game plan. But can you tell me why I should buy XRP?
Okay. May I answer what you just said a few seconds ago about I'm going to dump it on everybody? First of all, everybody in the chat, everybody.
Don't worry about Brad Garlinghouse, Brad Garlic, whatever his name is. He's already been dumping on you guys by making new coins out of thin air. Again, because how many XRP exist? Like 50 billion? Yeah. Tell me why I should buy XRP.
Okay. Well, I need to answer the whole question.
This is my show now. I've hijacked the show. You can kick me out, which you're probably going to do.
No, I never kick anybody out.
It's Tell me why I should buy XRP.
Okay, I want to answer the question you just made to the audience. You said I'm buying it, I'm convincing everyone to buy it, even though I talk to every single person in the chat, every single comment. In a moment, we go member zone, I'll answer everybody. I don't tell anyone to buy XRP.
You're giving them bad advice. You're keeping it on the exchange. Let me ask you guys this. Let me talk to your audience. Okay. What happens when Robinhood does what they did in 2021? When they don't let you cash out? Let's just say something does happen, which I believe is very possible. Let's just say that more than institutional money by the trillions. Let's just say, for example, all the money that was in gold, by the way, trillions of dollars, right? We're talking about $37 trillion in market cap at an all-time high. And then silver. Let's say all that money rotated to XRP and XRP does go to $150. What do you think happens when you try to cash out? Let's just say that the XRP that you're keeping on a public exchange that you have not told your followers to say, hey, maybe you guys should probably go put it on a private wallet in case this exchange does what they did in 2021 where they
We have said that many times. We have said that. Do you know
but
what?
You're not saying it now when it really matters. People are seeing that you don't even believe in a cold storage or a private wallet. You are keeping it on the exchange. So you're already failing your subscribers.
Am I? Okay.
Respectfully.
Do you know why? Now you've given the reason why we shouldn't have it on an exchange. Do you know why I have it on an exchange? It's so I can build a better...
Yeah, but I'm asking you, what is the solution to that problem if Robinhood were to fail tomorrow?
I'm trying to answer you.
You're not trying to do anything. You're not. You're trying to be the good piano man, which I respect, by the way.
Okay.
Are you not appreciating this? You're not appreciating this convo back and forth?
I am appreciating this conversation because you're making my point very clear. The complexity of a trade is lost if you put it onto the ledger, and you're only doing it because you're fearful that something will go wrong. And this whole thing is built on fear and worry about everything. So you're told, if I don't put it on a wallet, it could be stolen, or this or that or the other. You've got no faith in anything. And that creates fear, which creates another business. Ledgers are their own business.
You're giving me an argument. You're giving me a pro-exchange argument. This is so anti-XRP. You're giving me a pro-exchange argument.
You're not even letting me
keep your money in an exchange.
Okay,
that is ridiculous.
You're not even letting me tell you why I keep it on the exchange. It's so I can obtain and keep and retain the tax lot information. So I can, do you know how I trade with tax lot? So you can always end up owning the lowest level, pay no tax, and always win. If you look at my trades and wins, I never lose. If you simply buy and transfer it to a ledger, you lose every single time. You think you're building up something, you're collecting it like a fan club, but actually you're not winning ever. And that's not what real investors do. And those at the top don't do that. They trade lots all the time, thousands a second. And you're missing all of that by sticking it on a wallet because you're afraid something's going to happen.
Okay.
Well, it's just the truth.
Fair enough.
You don't really know how the wallet works, do you? Not really. We're told that we need a wallet, otherwise we could lose all our money and this and that and the other. And in reality, none of us really know how it works. So why trust a wallet more than Robinhood, who have institutional grade security?
Sense. Okay, when X collapsed, a lot of people trusted the exchange. They trusted Sam Bankman-Fried. They trusted.
No, we didn't. We were offered $30,000-$40,000 to do promotions, and we take no sponsorship from anyone.
No.
We knew it was a con.
I'm not talking about you. Yeah, I'm not talking about you directly, but I'm just saying people trusted in exchange.
People did.
It went
no, I agree with that.
No, people did. No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's all I'm saying. It's just more like sometimes these things, you get trapped in it, and then
but
I'm not
it
sure
wouldn't
how
matter
much
tomorrow if Robinhood went bankrupt, because all our stocks are held at custodians all around the world.
But there's a limit of how much you can actually get back legally, right? And I think you would have to be in line waiting for
2.1 million. So I'm okay at 300 grand.
Yeah.
It's better than a bank.
2.1 million? Is it really? Is it really?
It's better than a bank.
I learned something. Okay.
So you're absolutely right. Why trust anybody? Anyone could do anything. I mean, the bank could run off with your money. Banks, they don't even hold the money. They lend it out 9 times out of 10. So if everybody wanted their money back tomorrow from the bank, you wouldn't get it out, would you? So there's many things that, we have issues with. But I mean, at the end of the day, I understand that I want to trade lots and build a position. And if you put it all on a wallet and store it like it's like collecting football cards, you can't benefit from the tax position. So you end up selling the wrong lots. Some for profit, some for loss. You're just doing an average, which means nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you use lots, you buy here, here, and here, and here. When we go up to here and here, you sell these and keep these. You release the capital and you buy more down here. That's how I'm owning. I'm going to get $100,000 of XRP at $1. That protects my portfolio. That's responsible. That's making money. That's fantastic. Never pay tax. Borrow against it when I want to release it. That's how I do it.
Oh, fair enough. I respect it. No, everybody has their own way of doing it. I mean, I can't convince your crowd of. Well, I'm not here to convince your crowd. I'm just telling you what I think.
I would like to know. I would like to know.
Hold on. Let me finish with this. Let me finish with this. I'm not going to convince your crowd about anything, right? Because they already made up their mind about XRP, and that's fine. Like that's totally fine. Some people think I don't own any Bitcoin. That's also fine as well.
My crowd aren't XRP. That's like, I own the XRP army or anything.
No, I'm looking at a whole bunch of people saying,
people buy all sorts here. I've got Coca-Cola investors.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let me also ask you this. The only reason you would be worried about tax lots is because you're planning on selling.
Well, an investor needs to use those tools, otherwise you're missing the point of investing. You don't even know what you're investing in. Yeah,
but that's the thing. It's like I'm converting my money into Bitcoin, right?
So you're just collecting it. You're like you're just collecting it.
I don't know where you live. I'm not sure.
Dallas.
If you live
I'm in Dallas. I share everything.
Okay. Oh, so we're in the same state. I think California is doing this too, or maybe some parts different around the world. They're taxing you on unrealized gains, right? Obviously, no, that might be coming to states near me. I'm not sure. But, as of for right now, I don't plan on selling. I don't have to worry about taxes.
Well, you do have to worry about tax loss because when you remove it to your wallet, you've lost all that information. So you don't even know what your real position is.
No, that same information is still. So if I bought on Robinhood, that information is on Robinhood.
If you take it to your wallet, IRS, it's gone.
So again, you're doing this as being IRS compliant. Right, that's the goal. No, you want to be IRS.
It's not about being compliant. It's not losing when you sell your coin. It's obtaining more at lower prices.
Yeah, but I don't plan on selling. That's the thing. You do. So
you're never going to sell. You've got no idea what each lot worth. So let's say, imagine then, Lou, you buy 5 houses. One house at $100, one house at $200, one house at $50, one house at 1,000. Right? You got 4 or 5 houses, all bought at different prices. That's like you buying the Bitcoin, right? I know.
Yeah, but if I'm planning on holding.
That's fine.
I'm planning on holding for like the next 5, 10 years, 20 years.
That's fine.
You're planning on selling as soon as it goes up a little bit. No. It doesn't matter when you sell. The point is, because I've got individual lots, I know what each house is worth. Planning on selling. You're probably going to sell like at $2, right? That's probably like the best bet.
No, I don't
know. I'm just saying. I mean, $1.58. What's your average by price?
The average is not important. They're individual lots. You're focusing on averages. And
no doubt.
Warren Buffett never talks about averages. It's a comic book thing that people mention on YouTube.
I was just bringing it up. I was just looking at the XRP is down like 50% this year, right?
Okay. Same about Bitcoin.
No, Bitcoin isn't down 50%. Bitcoin's down just a little less than that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, down way less than that. Yeah,
Wasn't it 126?
20%.
It was like 75 or something. That's
I mean, you guys were like at three something.
Okay, few percent
Yeah,
difference.
I mean, I'm just saying we're both down.
Yeah, but the point is, I can sell individual lots and not lose. Okay, you've. Lots are important.
Martyn, we're both not where we want to be right now.
Well,
at least when it comes to just
I want to learn something.
Crypto.
I want to learn something about why Bitcoin's great, and all you're focusing on is owning it, storing it, averages, and you're missing you're missing all the complexities of what investing is all about.
Yeah, but I'm not I wouldn't consider myself an investor.
Well, how can you buy it then if you're not an investor? You're just collecting. You're a collector. You're a fan club.
Okay. So here. Okay. Sorry. Let me take that back. I apologize. I'm not an investor like you. So you're buying a lot of things.
Well, only 4 things actually. Only 4 assets in the entire world.
Oh, so you're buying. Okay. So you're buying 4 assets. You wait for them to go up, or you wait for them over time. You sell them, and then you do what? You invest in other assets. So you just keep rotating, right? You do a lot of rotation.
Well, no, I'm about building a position. I don't need the money right now, so I'm not even focusing on price or profit. I'm about control and owning a position and building a position from the bottom. So I want to own more of what I want at low and low prices, and you can only do that if you use lots. If you just focus on averages, you miss it all.
But I just only buy Bitcoin.
You only buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's only, and I keep it off the exchange.
And
guys, can I give some financial advice and sue me if you want? Like what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Keep it off the exchange. Do not listen to Martyn. Do not, please, move it off exchanges. Please. So that's my financial advice of the day.
They could do that. It's up to anybody what they do.
It's much better.
A lot of people here do.
You never know.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
yeah. I mean, there's nothing that we can do here, right? Like, you're not going to buy Bitcoin again. I can't convince you.
Do you take the S&P 500 off the exchange? Are you worried about that? If you buy the S&P 500,
no, that's not what I would be worried about.
Well,
it would be
why is it different? Why is it different? If
do you remember? Hold on. Do you remember GameStop?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up.
Do you remember what happened with Robinhood?
I'm so glad you brought that up because Eric Kearney was the marketing manager.
Let me guess. You know him too. You spoke to all these guys.
Yes, live on the show. Eric Kearney is the investor relations manager for Virgin Galactic, and we've interviewed him 3 times. I was on Bloomberg TV, and Eric Kearney was the marketing manager at GameStop.
Brother, you know everybody, bro. I mean, that's good for you, bro. Good for you. Let me actually do this real quick. Let me, you see that big B?
Yeah,
big B.
I know. It's great.
Big B.
I love it.
The best investment you'll ever make, guys. Stop investing in shit coins. That would be my advice. And yeah, I'm a little bit of a troll tonight, but
you're not a troll, mate.
Martyn, before I go, I want you to know that is love, man. Like I don't.
Mate, at the end of the day, that's all this is. Right, we're all talking bloody nonsense. We're on bloody YouTube.
We are.
You've got a family and a nice bloke and mates down the pub who love you to bits. I've got friends who love me to bits. I love them to bits, and we're just putting on a bit of entertainment on the telly, having a bit of fun, sharing information. We do it slightly different. I like to just show you everything. You prefer to be private, and that's okay. That's your choice. I respect that.
I just think, look,
I'm trying to tell you about investing strategies. You're going, I just want to collect it. We're different. We look
I just want to buy Bitcoin. I'm not really too interested. Yeah, and maybe that sounds like maybe I sound retarded. Maybe I do. To maybe your whole entire audience, I do.
There are some people who collect paintings and stuff, and nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because I had a long portfolio. I used to invest in S&P 500 ETF. So I would invest in VU. I would invest in the SPMO. I thought, great returns. You basically just want to beat inflation. So you invest in these things. You want to keeping your cash in the bank would not be the best idea, in my opinion, if the dollar constantly gets devalued because they constantly keep printing. So I do think that there's huge problems. I think that XRP does solve things. Like, in all seriousness, I think XRP does solve some problems. But I personally, it's just not for me right now. It's not for me. I'm not saying that I'm be closed to the idea of XRP, but I do think there's just people that, they have their ways. Like, I meet a lot of XRP maxis, right? And the first thing they do is they try to, just come at Bitcoin, right? And I see that a lot because once I start talking about Bitcoin, they get mad. Like, they're like, oh, Bitcoin, it's the worst. And I'm like, if there wasn't a Bitcoin, then there really wouldn't be an XRP. Like, they're really, this is the first crypto to ever be assembled and created. And then, then you have people that constantly tell you why XRP is shit. So I just think that's funny. You know what I mean? And I think that that's not only troll, but I think people actually begin to believe that XRP is like some chosen thing. I saw,
I don't believe that.
You know what pissed me off? There was this guy, he was like, God told me.
Oh,
God told me.
I know.
God told me. God told me XRP is going. And you know what? That pissed me off, man, because I know what that does to people.
Mate,
I know what that does.
That is why we're live 12 hours a day, talking to everybody, helping everybody, because we've had people on the show get into all kinds of problems. There was a guy he's still going around, called Omar, with like 4 million subscribers, and he's a convicted gambler, and he was telling everyone to buy Faraday Futures. It's a bankrupt company, wouldn't even pay its rent. So I did all the research on the balance sheet, spoke to people at the plant, so now I got first-hand evidence of what's going on. And he's telling everybody we can get a community and we can all come together and we can all buy all the shares in this company and we can pump it and we can do all of this. And I called him to his show one day and I said, guys, this guy is a gambler. He's guessing. He's got no idea about investing. The company is bankrupt. And he said God came to him and told him we're all going to get rich if we buy this stock. It's ridiculous. But people do that. We do the opposite here. So I'm with you on that.
I'm not saying that you do that, by the way. Obviously, you don't do that because by reading, you just don't do it. You don't give me that vibe. And bro, people are really mad at me, man. Why are you guys so mad at me? Because I don't like XRP right now.
It's not that, mate. It's not that.
Instead of
9 times out of 10, my biggest investment is the S&P 500, mate.
It is. Over time.
No. That's what I invest in the most. There's no one more pro the S&P. You couldn't have walked into a more of old man, sensible, connected channel in the world. I mean, this is what we do. Buy the S&P.
Yeah, but so I think that's the problem, right? I think that unlimited amounts of money and the stock market going up on unprecedented events or unprecedented amounts, it just constantly keeps going up and up and up. And the only reason it really does that is because the infinite amount of money, right? And I think the money has become the problem, right? When we went off the gold standard in 1971, hold on, let me land.
Okay.
When we went off the gold standard in 1971, I think me and you would both agree that that's when things began to kind of go to hell.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah, like inflation skyrocketed. Obviously, people can't afford the things that they could afford, back in the 1970s to 2026. Homes are way, but a lot of that has to do with how much money we've printed. Right, the Bretton Woods Agreement of 1944. Remember that Bretton Woods Agreement with all the world powers? After
I'm not familiar, but that's fine.
Yeah. So the Bretton Woods Agreement was pretty much after World War II. We all the countries got together, like Sweden and basically what the European Union is today. All these countries got together. They gave the United States of America their gold, right? And the gold and silver. Remember, because we have it in Fort Knox, we've had it in parts of New York. So when we basically took their gold and silver and we gave them paper, we gave them fiat, we gave them a representation of what this gold is so we created this new monetary system, the fiat system. And I think, a lot of other countries have gone through it. And you've seen like what happened in Iran, right? What happened in Iran, their fiat currency went to zero. It's worth nothing. So I think that that's the problem. That's why I don't invest in anything else. That's why I decided to believe in Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. Okay. But that's what I think the problem is. I think that's the problem it solves, right? The problem it solves is that you can't print any more of it. It's not that it's not utility, because that's not what Bitcoin is supposed to be. I like Ethereum because Ethereum, you can build stuff on top of it, right? I think Vitalik is a genius for that. I think, Solana ended up kind of taking a lot of that noise as well. So there's applications you could build on top of it. So it does become better than Bitcoin in that way. But I think as far as Bitcoin being a commodity where I store my money, because you can't print more out of it, I'm not looking at the price. I think the price is just noise. And I think that, we have a lot of problems with our money. That's why I don't invest. That's why I make fiat to put it in something that you can't print more out of. That's the way I think about Bitcoin.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
And it took us an hour just for me to get there. And I'm sorry about that, man.
No, I'm really glad you shared that with me, because my philosophy is slightly different. I simply buy businesses that make money. So I look at the balance sheet of Coca-Cola.
So you have a cash flow. Yeah.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter what happens, whether you buy it or not, because at the end of the day, you have to buy Bitcoin to make it go up, and you have to sell it to make it go down. You don't have to buy Coca-Cola. It makes money and it pays out the dividend. Even if no one bought it, it would have to return it to the investor because it makes money.
Yeah, but I don't want you to, Martyn, I don't want you to miss my point.
I haven't missed it.
I believe in making money. That's the thing. I believe in making currency. I believe in making the US dollar.
Okay.
I believe that you have to invest it in something that, again, is going to appreciate your purchasing power, right? But
it only goes up if people buy it. It doesn't earn any money whatsoever.
Absolutely. And so does XRP, right? So so do these commodities that we invest in.
I agree. But
we hope that.
Yeah, I essentially 90% of my portfolio is the S&P, Coca-Cola, businesses that make money and provide a profit. Simple as that. And when you said the stock market goes up, you gave different ideas. It's actually because of inflation. So if you had a business that sold the same amount of Coca-Cola every year, never sold any more, no more people drank it, no more people were born, it was the same process, the same profit, the same margin every single year was creating. The bottom line was the same. What would happen? It would go up by 4% with inflation or thereabouts. So the stock price and the cost of the Coca-Cola would always go up. It's exactly the same as a house you bought 1,000 years ago for $1 is now worth $1 billion. It's not a better house. It's because money has been devalued over time, which is what you're focusing on with Bitcoin.
Why is money being devalued? Money has been devalued because you print more of it.
Exactly, but that's very...
So we have a Federal Reserve problem.
That's correct. That's correct.
Is there a solution to that is the thing? Well,
yeah, that's correct, Lou. But the thing is, money's been doing that for thousands of years, not just a few years since gold. It's been doing it for thousands of years, and all currencies die away eventually.
That's not necessarily 100% true, because fiat currency...
Well, it is. We can go through the whole history if you want, but all currencies over time have died.
That's wrong. Fiat hasn't existed for thousands of years.
Well, different currency comes in and gets devalued and dies.
The only currency that existed before fiat, you would argue, from thousands of years ago, would be gold and silver. That's how we traded.
The point is, whatever system you had in place was always devalued with inflation and then replaced. It's happened over and over again, many, many times. Anyway, Lou, let's agree to disagree. I'm going to buy businesses and then look for some extra assets to add to that. But that's like 20%, 10% of my portfolio. That's it. You're buying an asset to hold
for a long time,
and you hope it goes up in value. That's it. My businesses do go up in value. They do make money. So we invest differently.
But you buy XRP because you hope it goes up in value.
Well, yes, because for me, the most important part, I'm trying to buy Ripple.
Brad, buy it because you want it to go up in value to sell it for more fiat. So you're adding to the problem.
Of course I want to go up in value.
The problem. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to do now, I've got Sensei, who does all my charts and investigation. He's about to go live with this story here. You might enjoy this. He's going to go live right now.
I'll watch it. You know what?
The war on
Martyn,
XRP.
I'll check in with you. I'll do more research. I'll do more research on XRP tonight. I promise you. I'll be in your chat in a few days, and I'll tell you I'll do my own research and I'll give you my opinion, because it's one thing for you to tell me. It's another thing for me to tell you about Bitcoin. I'm not going to try. I'll do my own research. I'll really, really do my own research.
Lou, I want to thank you. I've got to go because it's late in the evening. My wife's saying,
God bless,
come have dinner.
Appreciate
I want to thank you. Oh, okay. I was just trying to end their conversation. Never mind. I wanted to say thank you to Lou for calling in, but sadly I lost him there. I didn't end the call. He just ended the call himself. So there we go. Just so you know, that was an interesting evening. It didn't go quite the way as planned, but when somebody wants to call in and have a debate, you can draw your own conclusions from what you've heard tonight. You might agree, you might disagree. At the end of the day, everybody behind the idea is a person with their own thoughts, their own emotions. And, deep down inside, we're all just people trying to get through life in our own way that we do. What we're going to do now is we're going to end the show. The link that you used is either invalid or expired, says Sensei. Hang on a minute. What's going on? The link that I gave is invalid or expired. Let's have a look. Sensei is going live in a second right now. So please stand by. We're going to continue this debate with Sensei. I'm sure it will be just as exciting. There it is. I'll say next there. Next. All right. Let me pin that to the top. Replace pin. All right. So we're going here right now. It'll automatically take you there. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. It was quite interesting. I will go back and answer all the comments later. I haven't got a chance to read them all tonight because it got a bit crazy. Normally we go for all the comments, but tonight we was talking to Lou, and you take that, learn from that, disagree, agree, whatever it is you'd like. Thank you all. I would love to go through the comments, and I will later. It's now time to go over to Sensei Investigates with the war on XRP. What's Sensei going to say? The link's in the chat. You've all got the link. Sensei, please ask the host to send you the updated link. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I really got to go, Sensei. Here it is. Oh, Sensei, here it is. You want this? You're after this link here. Just bear with me. Sensei, call this here. There you go, Sensei. I've dropped it in the chat. Click on that now. I need you to call in straight away. I've really got to go quickly. My wife's getting upset with me, so I'm going to get the wrath of it now. Sensei, click on that link. Sensei, oh, there he is. Sensei's here. Okay, let me add here to destination number 1. Sensei, I've really got to be quick, mate. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. I was hoping to be able to talk to Lou, but hopefully you'll call in another day. I apologize for taking up more of your time. I think there has been an accident in the chat. Lou, don't worry, you're still here. You're not banned. Don't worry. I think Lou thinks he's banned.
No. Lou is absolutely not banned in the chat. There's no way Lou is banned. I didn't ban Lou. This
might be one of our moderators.
Lou Valentino.
Maybe, but
no, are you here? He's not banned. I've just messaged
he's come
him.
in with his other account.
Yeah.
Lou, we haven't banned you. You're always welcome. I was excited to tell him a little bit about XRP and why I don't like Bitcoin and I prefer gold. But anyway, we'll do that another day. We've got a story now on Epstein. Lou might enjoy this actually. And its origins. Bitcoin's origins might be linked to Jeffrey Epstein. So we're going to do a full analysis on that. But yeah, let's start that. So I'll start right after this. So if everyone stays exactly where they are, or press the link, I'll be live on this channel in literally a couple minutes.
What a night. Thank you, Sensei. It was I blame you. You said there's a guy in the chat, and look what happened. Now I'm going to get in trouble with my wife. She's going to be upset with me now. All right, I'm going to hand you over to Sensei. Sensei, you go and get ready. We'll be there with Sensei in a second. He's going to go live right now. Here is the link in the chat. It will take you to Sensei Investigates. What a night he's got lined up. I'm about to get told off. I know I am. Anyway, I wish everyone the very, very best. That's it from me. Go and enjoy Sensei. He's waiting to go live now. I'll see you back in the morning. Until next time, as always, I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't get a chance to read all the comments. Leave me your comments below. I will read them all. I want to know what you thought. Did you like what Lou said? Did you like what I said? Do you disagree with me? Do you disagree with him? I have no idea what you were thinking of me or him or the whole thing. And I want to find out what you thought of that. Good or bad, I can take it. I'd love to know. I didn't get a chance to see it. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.